across your siblings, your parents, your colleagues, and your village people. It's an amazing time to be here again today on Beyond the Diagnosis by Setting Up Mom. And today we are still on social skills. We'll be talking about social skills throughout this month, and it has been an amazing ride. Today, we're talking about the social skills that reduce meltdowns, build confidence, and improve relationships. The social skills that reduce meltdowns, build confidence, and improve relationships. This is part two. We talked about part one yesterday, and we promised to come back today with the part two because we couldn't finish part one. Alrighty, how many of you are excited to be joining? How many of you are excited to be here? Please go to the community, tell them we are live. It's so good to be here. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. The social skills that reduce meltdown, build confidence, and improve relationships. Yesterday, we looked at how to build social skills. We talked about even the definition about social skills. We talked about how to help children with social skills, how to develop that aspect. We talked about how children normally, you teach them how to read, you teach them mathematics, you teach them how to draw, you teach children how to do all this. But when it comes to social skills, parents feel they should just know it. Parents feel it's something that should happen to them naturally. It is not something that should happen naturally. No. It shouldn't just happen that way. It needs to be taught. We said it yesterday that it's something that you teach, not what just happens. So today we are going to be improving on that. Yesterday we talked about the different ways by which you could improve social skills. We talked about that extensively yesterday, and one of the things we talked about yesterday was that you should teach joint attention. How many of you remember that? We talked about joint attention as skill number one. We talked about how to teach social skills. We talked about one of the skills, joint attention. We talked about how to teach joint attention. We made illustration using airplane that you look, sharing same attention. Joint attention means sharing attention with another person. We looked at that. We talked about the definition. We gave an illustration looking at airplane, and we talked about you looking at that airplane and looking back at you. That's a child looking back at you after looking at that airplane. It's joint attention. We're talking about you and the child sharing the same experience. We talked about you and the child sharing the same experience because many children with developmental differences, they struggle with joint attention. We talked about how learning should be taught. We talked about how this social skill should be taught using joint attention. It was such an interesting one. I've gotten lots of feedback from yesterday's teaching. You've been doing well. Those that have been sending us feedback, we are glad we are doing this. It's a rare privilege. It's a rare privilege. We are not taking it for granted. We count ourselves privileged to be a custodian to do this, of what God is doing in this season. We appreciate God for that. So we looked at that joint attention, and the second skill we looked at yesterday was understanding feelings. How many of you remember that we looked at understanding feelings, and we talked about how children often recognize happiness, some recognize anger. Many few of them understand what frustration is. Very few of them understand what embarrassment is. Very few of them understand what confusion, what disappointment, what pride, what anxiety is. They don't understand that. That's why I see them are so anxious, they are fidgeting, they are jumping from here to here. Do most of them don't understand what jealousy is? So we looked at teaching children how to identify emotions. We talked about that yesterday, teaching children how to identify emotions, how to identify emotions. We taught that because it is something that, when children cannot identify emotions, they will not be able to manage them. When children cannot understand or identify emotions, they are not able to manage them. They are not able to manage them. So we talked about that instead of teaching behavior, you should first teach feelings. This is an area special needs children struggle. Instead of you to teach behavior, you should first teach feelings. Every day, ask your child, what do you think you are feeling today? Ask them, show them, role play to them, use social stories. What happened before you felt this way? Let them be able to think outside of the box. What happened before you felt this way? You explain to the children. Teach emotions before teaching self-control. Teach emotions before teaching self-control. So it is very, very crucial. Teach emotions before teaching self-control, because children who cannot regulate emotions cannot identify them. Because if children cannot regulate emotions, they cannot even identify what emotions are. And today, alrighty, we are here with number 3 of the social skills, which is reading other people's feelings. Reading other people's feelings. Successful relationships depend on understanding ourselves. Successful relationships depends on understanding ourselves. You need to teach children how to understand other people's feelings, because children on the spectrum, it is a difficult one for them. They don't really know whether. That's why you see sometimes someone, even as close as their parents, could be crying. Some of them don't even have that self-awareness. They don't even have situational awareness. They don't even have that environmental consciousness. They don't even know what is happening in the environment. Somebody can fall down, get injured, and is bleeding. They don't know. They don't. It's thoughts. It doesn't happen to them naturally, especially those with anxiety issues, those with sensory sensitivities, autism, ADHD. They do not understand this. They need to be taught. They need to be taught. They do not understand it. So that's why we have talked about training severally. We have talked about teaching. You need to teach these children. You need to model to them. It is very crucial. This is one of the most important aspects. Teach them. Teach them how to understand others. Teach them how to understand others, because healthy relationships depend on understanding others. It is very, very important. We thrive on relationships. We don't do life alone, special need or not. We thrive on relationship. We are not meant to do life alone, special needs or not. Teach them to understand others. Teach children to notice facial expressions. You should teach them. There's a way you look at a child, the child will know you are angry. Special needs children can be taught. There's how they will be somewhere, they want to do something. There's how you should teach them to read your face. You know, when you are happy, when you are sad, when you are angry, when you are disappointed. Teach them to understand this. Teach them to be able to read facial expressions. This is very vital. This is very crucial. Teach them the tone of voice. Let them know the tone of voice. Let them know the tone of voice. Teach them this, how to understand other people's feelings. Teach them body structure. You need to teach them body structure. Let them know body structure. Let them know tone of voice. Let them know facial expressions. Teach them to notice this. It will help you on your journey with your special needs child, trying to teach them social skills. Let them know body posture. It is very, very important. Let them learn personal space. Let them learn personal space. Let them learn body movements. Let them learn to ask questions like, what do you think that is feeling? What do you think that is feeling? It is very important. What tells you that? Why do you think this? Because that also helps comprehension. Because one area special needs children struggle a lot with is in the area of comprehension. They are not really able to comprehend that way. So that helps their comprehension. Why are you feeling this? Why do you think this? Help them to get to this. It is very vital. It is very vital. What do you think is happening? What way do you think we could help? It is very important. What way do you think we could help? Let them know this. Let them understand. Let them be able to express it. Let them be able to say it. How you can help them to understand that social skills, it is very important. Let them learn empathy. Let them learn empathy. Help them to develop empathy. Help them to develop empathy, because empathy reduces conflict. Empathy reduces conflict. Help them to develop conflict. It helps them. It helps them to reduce conflict. Empathy. If you teach them empathy, it will also make them recognize other people's feelings. When one is hurt, they won't be laughing. I have seen a case where when my child wasn't even aware of this. When you are hurt, they are laughing. They don't know what is happening. They can't even comprehend. They don't understand. They don't know body structure. They don't know feelings. They don't know facial expression. They don't know the tone of voice. They're not able to pinpoint this is what is actually happening. So they can be taught. It doesn't happen. It doesn't just follow them naturally. It doesn't just happen to them by chance. You need to teach them to understand others. Let them know other people's tone of voice. Let them understand other people's feelings. Let them know body structure. Let them know facial expressions. It is very crucial. So you need to teach them this. You need to teach them, because social skills, it is one of the vital ways they will thrive on this earth that we are in. Social skills is one of the vital ways they will thrive on this earth that we are in. Teach them, they will be able to understand. It's not going to be one day thing, but gradually you can say, this is an area I want to work on in the whole of this month. You work on it, daily practice. You just take some minutes, like, okay, this is what we are teaching. It doesn't mean that if they are not getting it, they are not understanding. There were some things I taught my child initially. It didn't happen immediately. It was later on he picked it. I was like, oh, and you would have felt, oh, they are not getting, they are learning. Their brain does not know how to press delete. That is one thing you should realize. The brain does not know how to press delete. Teach them, they will understand. There was gesture that was taught to my child up to like 4 years ago. He's still using that till today. So you will not make them unlearn it is even another issue. So teach them they can learn. Don't give up by training these children. Don't give up by trying to show them what to do or model something to them. You might feel they are not picking it. You might feel they are not learning. But let me tell you, dear parents, they are learning. They are learning. It's just when I started teaching colors, the child didn't know any color. But when he got that, what color is this? Red. What color is this color? Blue. Meanwhile, it wasn't the day I started teaching that I saw it. That's one thing I should let you know. They're parents of children with developmental differences. You see that thing you are going to teach that neurotypical, this neurodivergent will still learn it. The only thing that is there is time. There is nothing you want to teach the neurotypical that you cannot teach the neurodivergent. They will still get it. The only thing is time. Just know that. Take note of that. If that's the only thing you go home with today, take note of it that they will still learn it. The only issue might be time. It might take what might take one child 3 months to learn, might take a child on the spectrum 1 year to learn. Oh yes. What takes one child 1 month to learn, it might take another a child on the spectrum 4 months to learn. So when you are teaching, take away anxiety, take away overwhelm, just take away that worry. You need to wear patience. You know, I always tell you, wear patience as a cloth, wear patience as a garment. You just wear it, embody it. Embody patience when you are teaching these children, because it is not going to be as you are just teaching them. That's why repetition happens. That's why repetition is very important. That is why there is power with consistency. It is not break and quench. It is with consistency. So you need to understand this and factor it in, because your perspective perspective to which you teach these children matters a lot. Know that they will learn it. Know that they will learn it. The time they will get it might be the only issue. But if you are patient enough, there are so many things I was teaching before that seemed like this child, is not picking it, is not getting it. The day you will now do that, you'll be wondering. Meanwhile, you felt, they are not learning. Because it's like you are trying to compare. That's why most times parents get frustrated because they are trying to compare their children with others, or they're even trying to compare that child with developmental issue to the one that is neurotypical. You don't compare. That's what the Bible says. Those that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you compare, it will further shorten your journey because your joy will be deprived. As you are doing that comparison, there is no one that is murmuring, that is excited murmuring. No one complains excitedly. No one murmurs excitedly. As they are murmuring and they are complaining, it deprives them. Their joy is depleted. It deprives them of that joy on the journey. And one thing you need on this journey, it is joy. One thing you need on this journey is that enthusiasm, is that courage to do it. Because it is not an easy ride, dear parents. If I tell you that it's going to be easy, it's not a jolly ride. If I tell you it's going to be easy, I will be lying to you. See, I'm facing you. If I tell you that it's going to be easy, I'll be lying to you. But it is workable. Is it possible? 100% possible. Is it possible? 100% possible. It is very possible. They can still learn whatever you are teaching. It will only take time. Please don't give up while doing it. Tomorrow, you will have yourself to be thankful for, and you will have God to appreciate for the grace. Just ask God for the grace to do it. Just ask God for the ability to do this daily, because we have been called to pioneer with God. We have been called to shepherd destinies. We've been called to do this work. We are called creators with God. That's why the first thing God did was to create. Let there be. So you as a human, you need to do this. The child God is giving you is not for fun. The child God is giving you is not an accidental discharge. It's not a biological mistake. You need to realize this. So just take on that garment. Be patient, knowing that these children will learn it. Teach them to make social expression, facial expression. Teach them that body posture. Teach them tone of voice. Teach them, they will learn it. Number 4 is teach them waiting. Oh, on this part, even neurotypical, it's something that you still need to teach. Waiting. Children naturally want something at their time. I have a toddler. If he says I'm hungry, if it's not that, whatever, if you like, let it be that he's seeing that food be cooked on the fire. It's not his business. I want it, and I want it right now. Until I started teaching, learn to wait. Teach them, because delayed gratification is very important. Life is not static. Life is not what you just get things the way you want it. Let them know that life, some eventualities happen. So teach your children to wait. Children with special needs can be taught to wait. Let them know waiting. My child struggled with it initially. Once it's time for him to eat, even if he's almost ready, he's already throwing tantrums. Even if the food is already almost ready. How many of you, dear parents, some of you can attest to this in the comment section, that most times it's one thing you have encountered with your child. Trying to tell them to wait, trying to tell them to hold on when they need something is a bit difficult. Except you teach them consciously how to wait. Hold on, you can still get it. It doesn't mean that you will get it now. And if you don't get it now, it doesn't mean that you will not get it again. So you teach them to wait. Teach them waiting. Many meltdowns happen because children expect immediate satisfaction. Many meltdowns happen because children, many of them expect immediate satisfaction. So if they are not satisfied immediately, they are not happy. And life does not work that way. We know that it doesn't just happen like that. So children must learn that good things sometimes require waiting. Teach them that good things sometimes require waiting, that they need to wait. Teach them that they need to wait. Good things. Even you as an adult, there are so many things that you needed to wait for. Waiting is a gift. Waiting is a gift. Waiting is not failure. Let your children know that waiting is not failure. Waiting does not mean wasting. Waiting does not mean that it will not happen again. Waiting does not mean that they will not have it again. Waiting is a gift. And life does not just give us every time what we want. So we need to realize that and start teaching these children. It will help them so much on this journey. Waiting. Children must learn that good things sometimes require waiting. It's something you must tell them. Go home with this today. That children must realize that good things, I'm not saying that what they don't want now or what is bad, that good things, that even good things sometimes require waiting. So waiting is not punishment. So you need to be patient too as a parent with a special needs child. Waiting is not punishment. If your child is demanding for that thing and you know that it's not needed at that time, it does not mean that you are punishing them. You just consciously, carefully teach them that waiting is not punishment. Waiting is preparation for life. Practice gradually. Practice gradually. Start with 30 seconds. Let them just wait. You can even use it to teach them counting. For those that are still struggling with mathematical skills, teach them counting. Okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before you count 1 to 30, say, oh, you've got it. You give. Do you get the logic now? You give. Then the child will now know that, oh, waiting actually rewards. Oh, waiting actually rewards. You can actually gain something by waiting. So after all, I didn't lose. I didn't get it that moment. Did not now deprive me of it. So start with 30 seconds. Then start with 1 minute. Improve it to 1 minute. You can start with 30 seconds. Improve it to 1 minute. Okay, wait. Let's hold on. I had to teach my child this. And it helps reduce tantrums a lot. A great deal. Meltdowns became very minimal. See, I can't even remember the year that he has had meltdown. Before now, that thing he wants, you don't give him. You see everywhere scatter. Everywhere we just scatter. You know, so teach them to wait. It's a practice that you do. So teach them from 1 minute, you now extend it to 3 minutes. From 3 minutes, you increase it to 5 minutes. From 5 minutes, you will see. And always praise successful waiting. Dear parents, don't be doing double ski all the time. When they have waited, praise them. Let them know that they've done something good. Let them know that they've done something that is remarkable. Praise their effort. Praise their effort, because most times the efforts we put into things matters most. Praise their effort. Praise that successful waiting. Let them know that, oh, you've done beautifully well. See, you just waited and now you have it. It's all yours. You know, you as you're saying it, feel excited too. Demonstrate, let them see that, oh, you're excited too. Oh, that they've done a good thing by waiting. So tomorrow, the tantrums will not be lesser. They won't be throwing that tantrums again, knowing that, okay, yesterday I was told to wait, and at the end of the day, I got what I wanted. So I can as well wait today. So because confidence grows when children discover they can tolerate delay. It makes them confident. Oh, yes. Confidence grows when children discover they can tolerate delay. So waiting is very, very crucial. Let them learn to wait. Number 5 skills is taking turns. How many of you can know? It's also almost like waiting. Taking turns. Taking turns teaches respect. Taking turns teaches fairness. So because they just came, it doesn't mean that you just give it to them because they have issue. Learn to wait for your turn. It teaches patience. Just like waiting teaches patience. Taking turns, teaching them to take turns, teaches patience, teaches fairness, and it teaches self-control. And especially for boys, if there's one area boys are having challenges even in our present day, is in self-control. Many men don't know what is called self-control anymore. They don't know delayed gratification. They just want it now and they dive in. They don't know how to wait. So you teach these children consciously how to take turns. It teaches self-control. It teaches fairness. It teaches that you have to be patient. So it teaches patience. It teaches all this. So you need to know that self-control is built when you are teaching social skills and you are teaching how to take turns. So every family should intentionally teach turn taking, especially during meals, conversations, and games. Oh, when they are playing games, it's not because they are so having developmental issues. Anything they want, you just when it's on their turn, you go and play, you go and do this. Catch, give it to him now, give it to her now. No, they need to learn to wait for their turn. In conversations, let them learn to wait. Okay, you want to say something, hold on, let this person say. For those that are verbal, those that are not, that are pre-verbal, let them learn to take turns. Whether it's during meals, let them learn to take turns. You are trying to serve this person, this child just comes, he said give me, and give me, and if you don't give me, I'll throw myself on the floor. Let them learn to take turns. You give to the one that was there first before you give to the other person. You give to the one that was there first before you give to the other one. So let them learn to take turns. It's very crucial. Let them learn to take turns. It's very, very crucial. It will help them with self-control, delayed gratification, because children who cannot wait for their turn often struggle with friendships. Children who cannot wait for their turn often struggle with friendships because other children eventually will stop playing with them. Children who cannot learn to wait for their turns often struggle with friendships because other children will eventually stop playing with them. To be like, if you play with you, see how it's going. It's not always going right. I don't know if you understand it. So you need to learn to take turns. Teach them to take turns, because in taking turns, you find out that the child will be learning a lot of skills. You learn a lot of skills because delayed gratification is one skill that you teach your child today, you will be happy you did. Patience, self-control, it is very crucial, because when you teach this, you realize that these children can actually benefit from all this. Oh, our time is almost up. We'll be seeing tomorrow again. It's an amazing ride. Please don't, in this series of social skills, please don't miss any one of them. Don't miss. And if you have any friend or any colleague, any loved one that you know that is supposed to be in this class, please send them the link. You can even send them the link of yesterday to Cash Replay. It was an amazing session. I got reviews from it, positive reviews. And I really felt it that, yes, thank God I did it. So we don't just come here to just talk, or because we don't have what to do at that time. I'm a very, very busy person. So it is for us to gain something tangible. Imagine that all you're going to be doing this month is to teach your child to wait. You will be doing that child a whole lot of good. If all you'll be going to be doing this month is to teach the child how to take turns, imagine that, how it will help that child to self-regulate. Because some of them, they don't know how to self-regulate. They just want it, they want it that time. They just need this thing, they need you to just give me. I do not understand what is called waiting. But if you teach them to wait, if you teach them how to take turns, imagine the self-control that would have been built in them. Imagine the patience that you'd have used that turn taking to build in them. Imagine the self-control. Imagine that delayed gratification will lead to self-regulation, will lead to even more calmness. That behavioral issue you are seeing, tantrums, meltdowns. Remember, we're talking about meltdowns because I get this a lot, so I tell to teach about it. A lot of persons, the holiday is coming now. For some other persons, they're already on the holiday. They will be having issues, meltdowns, and parents are tired. These children, I can't wait. How long is the holiday going to last for them to resume school? I was telling one of my children's teacher yesterday that I love to have my children around. It was like he was surprised. Like, some parents who want them to just be going. I said, no, I'd like to have them around because there are a lot of things the holiday will give you the opportunity. Me, I'm very excited about holiday. I am really excited about holiday. Very, very. Before now, it's maybe wasn't really like that. But right now, because I'm seeing it as an opportunity, you see it like a learning opportunity. Some things you want to do before they are back from school is gone, but you want to role play, you want to model, play, because holiday gives you that ample time to play well with your children. Holiday gives you that time to teach that social skills. You visit parks, you do a lot of things, you go out, you learn what you're unable to do during school time. You have the time. So dear parents, if you are one of those parents that used to cry for holiday, don't do that anymore. Just know that the principal mom is telling you, don't do that anymore. See it as an opportunity to teach skills that are lacking. Look at one area. You can just focus, have a goal as the holiday is about to start for some persons, or for some persons that are already on the holiday period. Just ask yourself, what is one thing I need to build on? What is one thing I need to teach my child? Draft it down. Have a journal. Observe. You've taught how to observe, how to take things down. Note it. Next day, it will be block upon block, brick upon brick. So you know how to teach that thing. So by the time the school is resuming, you would have gotten something tangible. So don't run away from the holidays. It's not something to run away from. Do not run away from the holidays. It is very crucial that you learn that is a gift. It is very crucial that you learn that holiday is a gift, is a time to model, is a time to mentor, is a time to play, is a time to play. You play therapy. Holiday, I love holidays. Because it's always, when the children are resuming, my children's school can confirm this, as they are resuming, there's always a shift. So before the school closes for that section, I'm asking, what and what are you, it's a collaboration. That's why you don't need to do it alone. You don't need to focus it on. And if you are not in any community where they teach, I will advise you, the best place to join is the Peseta Parents Tribe. If you are not there, you are just, see, motivation is very easy. It's easy to just get motivated and run. But there comes a time, motivation will not sustain you. You can get motivated that day. Okay, I've heard, because there are things you can learn from this daily life. You say you want to run with it, but can that sustain you? You can get motivated for a while. You can get motivated for a day, or for a month, for a time. Before you know it, that energy depletes. Before you know it, you start falling short. You need someone to hold you by the hand, especially someone that have gone through that journey, because the man with the experience is never at the mercy of the man with the argument. The man with the experience is never at the mercy of the man with the argument. Someone that has gone through that journey will tell you that it's all right. I too, you remember when she too went through this, or when he too went through this. Don't worry, this was an issue too. But today, we teach you that it's a learning curve. We'll show you what to do. How much are you even going to pay compared to a whole human being that you will not want to have at old age, still struggling to navigate life? It's not even up to the amount you spend on pizza. It's not even up to the amount you spend on recharge. Data is not anywhere close to it. But this is for a full year, from September 1st to August 31st. We're on this exalted ride. There are things you'll be learning. So many things that cannot be said even in the open. How do you know what you don't know? That's one of my favorite phrases. How do you know what you don't know? You need someone to guide you. Even the Bible, you see when is it Philip that was taught the others? They say, "How do I know except someone should guide me?" When he was asking, or when he was asked, understandeth what that readers. Even in reading, you need someone to guide, to let you understand that. That's why people go to school. You can get home and just be reading it, you might not understand. But when you get to the class, it's broken down. Then he explains to you, these are this. Use practical examples. That is how it is in the Peseta Parents Tribe. You use practical examples to teach you that, okay, yes, you do it this way, you navigate it this way. When it gets bumpy at this point, look at how you just slow down and just have a soft landing. When it gets to this place, look at what to do. You are taught, you are shown practical examples, not just theories. So many things are read, so many other things are felt. These are life experiences. Some things are taught, some things are caught. This one, I caught this one. I lived it. It's not just something that is just mere word. Something that I have walked the path. So I can tell you for free that this is it, this is it. Even if the methodology will be different because no two children are the same. But you see, the principles are the same universally. When it comes to the universe, the principles are the same, but the methodology might be different. And you will still be able to, because when there's nothing that's happening to you that is new. That's one thing you should realize. So many people, we parents, we are very dramatic and emotional. We want to feel that this thing is peculiar to us. We feel like, this one that we are going through is as if it's only you. No matter the area, whether it's special need or even anything, there is nothing that you are going through that is peculiar. There is nothing that you are going through that have not happened. Even in the Bible, was passing on heed of in the Bible. There is nothing that you are going through that is peculiar to you. Someone had gone through that and became victorious. The journey you want to, someone has gone through it. The life you want to live, someone has lived that and come out. So there is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing that you are going through that it feels as if it's only you. It has never happened to any other person. No. So like I said, the methodology might be different, but the principles are the same. So you need to locate the principal. Send us a DM. Send us a DM. You will be glad you did. Imagine you are taught deeply on a daily basis for a full year. How can you pay for someone's value? How much can you really pay for someone's brain? How much can you really pay for someone's time? Because time is essentially life. Time is essentially life itself. So someone is giving the time, the value, the experience, and everything. Please, if you're one of those parents, I know we don't have it here. If you're one of those parents that are looking for it, why can't it just be free? Anything that don't cost you, you will not value it. The person that is giving it to you will not get committed to it. Just take it today. Take it and just go and run with that. Anything without value, anything without a cost. That's why they say this thing will cost you something. Even attention, you pay attention. Did you hear that word? You pay attention. Anything that does not cost you something, you will not value it. The person giving it to you will not also do it diligently. David said, I will not give to the Lord that which costs me nothing. As you are powering the destiny of that child, as you are shepherding that child's life, you are co-creator with God. Know that as you are giving life, you are giving everything that it is needed to fulfill that destiny, because you have God to answer to. So why not get equipped? Don't be like the man with the talent that God gave talents. The rich man gave talents that was traveling. He came back, and one that was giving one went to hide it. And I tell you do not make fools. So that child in your hand might be a talent God has given you. You need to multiply. Don't leave that child the way that child was. You need to do something about the life of that child. You need to do something, because there is something actually you can do. Don't just take it and go to sleep. There is something you can do. There is no situation under heaven that cannot change. I have not seen one. Your situation cannot make God a liar. Your situation is too small to make God a liar. So you do your work, put in the work, play your part. Get knowledge where you need to. Don't do one man's cause. No man is an island. I don't even know it all. Despite that, I've gone through this journey for 10 good years. I don't know it all. Someone that have gone through something for 10 good years, a decade, that can tell you something. It's not just that my child is 2 years. So what somebody can have gone through for 10 years is something that you need to pay attention to. So the experience, the knowledge, the research, everything is there. Yes, I do not know it all. I am still on the journey. So not to talk of you are just doing it all by yourself and you feel you don't need anybody, and you feel you don't need anyone's assistance. You feel no one can teach me how to do this, or you just settle. You just settle and just feel that is all that there is. There is something you can do about that child. If you work on a child with special needs, they will surprise you. They are one of the people that give the biggest surprises in life. I have seen this firsthand. So, and we also have a 3-day visitor foundational course. It's happening the end of this month. That one is just 14,999. If you have not registered, do so. If you don't want to register, it's your child. I'm following my own. But just know that if you do that, you will actually be glad. You have access to 3 different guides that will help you. Practical, there's a practical playbook for 30 days that you'll be encountering. Tracker, a lot of things, and I'll be there for a 7 day follow up. All this, do you know how much you need to pay me for engaging me for 1 hour? That's money. But all these are coming at no cost. I slashed it so that there's nobody that will say, the amount is too much. That's why I couldn't pay. So you're having it almost free. This is, if you close your eye, you will spend that in less than how many minutes. So if you have not done that, please send us a DM, register, and you'll be glad you did. Enough of that now. Please, we see tomorrow. Invite others. Let them know that something great is happening here. Please join in tomorrow, and you will see yourself to be thankful for, and you will have God to be grateful to too for this journey, because you are not wasting your time. You are getting knowledge, you are getting equipped for this journey to better the life of your child. I got to think that God tells us well done, He will tell you well done, because this is that talent He has given you. You are multiplying the life of that child, you are bettering the life of that child. When you meet God, you can look at Him and say, God, I did all I could. So you need to ask yourself that question. Are you really doing all you could do? Or you are just taking it by chance? Or you are just following it as it happens? Let's just follow it that way. Let this word go with you today. Think about it and take action today. See you tomorrow. We're going to be having part 3 on Monday. Today is Friday, and we're going to be having part 3 on Monday. It's going to be an amazing one. That day, we'll be wrapping it up on this series, how to reduce meltdowns, how to build confidence in children with special needs, and how to build and improve relationships.